Hey, what's up YouTube fish tube and fish fan? This is yours truly, Rob with the Freeze Aquariums. Today I am coming to you with a unboxing. Stay tuned, see what's in the box. What's up YouTube fish tube and fish fan? This is yours truly, Rob with the Freeze Aquariums, and today I am bringing you an unboxing from KJE Aquatics. Now, I opened the beginning of the box and hadn't gone through it yet, but I saw this bag in there and I'm like, I didn't order anything like that. I open it up, I got a hat. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Always hooks you up with cool stickers, his stickers, Zoom Ed, Rapashi stickers, Rapashi diet, and supplement guides. That's almost a given now. This wasn't. This was cool. I set up a 29 nano tank with green neons, pygmy cories, green cories, ember tetras, dwarfed emerald rasboras, celestial pearl danios. They will eat the flake food. They will eat some of the dark bassos, but it's just a tad big where I'll see some of them kind of like hit it and spit it. So I said, Keith, hook me up with some nano food. Now I have a grinder, but to try to grind it down to the size that I need for those guys, the grinder is just too big. This is the size. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on. There you go. That's one step above being powdery. So I think this is going to work out well. And the jar this size, this is going to last me for a long time. This is 0.2 to 0.5 millimeters for fish less than 2 centimeters. So perfect for your nano fish. So let's see what I've got here. I've got all kinds of stuff everywhere. First up is the Anubius. He sells them as assorted. If you wanted something specific like Nana, Nana Petite, Coptifolia, things like that, he has it. But he sells these as an assorted, so you actually save a few bucks. Look at that. Of course, it's not going to want to focus for me now. It's got new shoots already started. You can see the roots. Definitely a nice plant. Then, see, I'm doing this a little bit differently because the last unboxing I did, I never took anything out of the bags. Got some nice Amazon swords. Already starting to have new growth. Still a little cold. It's like 29 degrees here. So I wanted to go old school again. When I had started my tank back up after being on hiatus for God knows how many years, I decided I was going to grow wisteria. And not this tank, but my other 55, this whole corner, when I had guppy and guppy fry, and I think everything in the tank was breeding, the platies, you name it. This just whole tank was nothing but wisteria. So it was perfect for the fry to hide in because this will bunch up and bush up. Now, talk about versatility. As you see, this was grown submerged. It's got its roots. But notice the leaf size. Now, this you can grow, as I said, in the substrate and submerged, or you can float it. Now, in my tank, I had both. it grows two different types of leaves. These are more, you know, a long, narrow type leaf, where when you float it, they'll get these wider leaves, and you'll see more leaf-like structure, not so much more like needle type or fern type. You'll actually get a nice wider berth. So now in Keith's unboxing with this particular plant, I've never grown it. I wanted to try it. So he says, man, you got to smell this plant. He says it smells awesome. Brazilian pennywort. And it does have quite the fragrance to it. It almost smells like when you go into a florist and you're hit with all the fragrances from all the plants. Kind of what that initial smell is, or when you open up fresh flowers. It's kind of what it is. So I wanted to give this a try. I wanted to try to get something that's going to help with the nutrients in my nano tank. So I figured I would give that a try. What else? So I showed you the sword. Oh, and by the way, where did it go? Where? Here we go. Now I have this growing back in there. This is Crypspiralis. Nice root system, nice growth. And it's already starting to grow new. So that one right there was probably that big when I bought it. Now this has been in the tank for 2-3 months. You get quality plants at a fair price. Now, this was something that I saw. He used to show it a lot when in the summertime, and he recommended it for ponds and things like that. And I thought it would be a nice breakup as far as the greenscape, not in this tank, but in my 29 nano fish. This is Dwarf Red Parrot, and this is a bunch. This can be grown in the warmer weather out in your ponds, and you can also grow it in your tank. Kind of reminds me of mermaid weed with the way the leaf structure is, but it's got this red stem, so it helps break up that green if you're looking for something to break up all the green in your tank. It's not as red right now because, like I said, it's actually pretty cold, and in transportation between our vehicles and stuff. Now here's something that he sells out of super fast. My last one died because I had to treat the tank, but in my shrimp tank I use a product by Carib Sea called Rhizomat, and what it is a coconut fiber mat. So I put that down. It was my pea puffer tank, and I put sand over it, but I wanted it planted, and we know if you don't go deep enough, a lot of times your plants won't hold. Fish will knock them over, dig them out, especially Plecos. So this actually, and I use their biospore and sprinkle it on the mat, kind of like a fertilizer, but it encourages the plants to grow down into the fiber mat. Why do I say this? Check this out. Java fern mat. See all the rhizomes? You can set this on the bottom. You don't have to worry, especially for you novices out there that buy these and plant these in the substrate and wonder why they died. This rhizome, just like if this was a cut away section of your tank and this was your substrate, this has to stay on top or it will rot. coconut mat, as I'm dripping water all over my pillow. So I could make these. I choose not to. I'd rather plant them than try to grow them. But the roots grow down and through this mat. Now there's quite a few plants in there. And I think if you searched online for mats, you'd probably see these upwards of about $24.99 or more. Not at Keith. He's not going to rip you off. Check them out. Alright, so that is what I've got as far as the plant portion of this unboxing. Java mat, Crypspiralis, water spray, Anubius assorted small, Brazilian pennywort, which if you buy it, smell it. Doc Bassler's baby nano, Amazon sword, which I think he sold out, but he was having a sale on those. And Dwarf Red Parrot, and even threw me a hat. He knows I'm a hat guy. I've got millions of hats. I've got 2 boxes of hats in my storage unit, which are probably ready for the garbage by now because they've been down there so long. But I saved the best for last. Now, I had got 5 Bristlenose Plecos from a local guy here 5 years ago when I started my tank back up. First year and a half, they were doing well. They were growing. No breeding, no nothing. They were adults. They were of age. And the last 3.5 years, they haven't stopped. Last week, my plan was to swap out my filters and put the AquaClear 110s in. I also run the Fluval Series 7407 on that tank. Good filter, by the way. If you're in the market for one and you don't want a giant, FX4, FX6, check that out. I actually just added the spray bar to it that they sell now. But I had taken 2, didn't even look at them, I just scooped out 2 Plecos from that 55 and put them in here to help with the bottom and excess of food. And before I knew it, within a month or 2, I've got a bunch of babies in this tank. Now my other tank, there are 4 years, 4 generations of bristlenose in there, from this big to Big Daddy, Big Mama size. I went to swap that filter out to put the 110 in, and what do I see? Eggs behind the intake. Every time they go up behind the intake, I'm just using this for an example, that intake, they go up here to just about here, they lay all the eggs there, then the other one comes up and fans them. So when I started doing the water change, I was like, oh, stop, no more, can't do it. So they've been doing it that way for years. I had slate and driftwood and everything in there, but my 2 striped Raphaels decided to dig out and take over that space, so that's where they go to do their business. So I said, no more. I know we like to give our wet pets the best that we can. Check this out. These are handmade Pleco caves. This one, as Keith will call it, hollowed log. They each have their own, they each have their own numbers. They're stamped right here. Here's another one. Are they not awesome? They look like wood, right? Handmade. Clay. And look at the attention to details to give like the fiber of the wood. So I figured I want to give, not that I want any more bristlenose, I've got more than I know what to do with, a place to do it right. Now these two I just happened to pick out from the video. He just told me on my way over to pick them up that they were both hollow logs. He has other ones that are made that are closed. This I can butt up against a rock, whatever. But Keith sells, as you just saw briefly, food, tank paraphernalia, plants. Any rate, Keith, thank you for the hat, all the goodies that you always hook me up with. But folks, if you're in the market for something unique, a centerpiece for your show tank, just because you want to buy something special for your fish, check out the caves over at KJE Aquatics. If you go to the Facebook page, he does pin to the top of his page his plant list. Now, that is some of the plants that I've gotten from him. In there are a bunch of plants that I've got. The subdolata, that's right there. Yeah, right there. There we go. Then I have some down in the shrimp tank. Then I have some in that tank. Definitely quite a few plants that are out there. I can't wait to see how this Dwarf Red Parrot turns out. It should be interesting. I figured it was having that nice red break in there would help break up the greenery a little bit. Well, there you have it, folks. From soup to nuts. Just kidding. From fish food to plants and beyond. That's what Keith over at KJE Aquatics has. A little bit of everything at reasonable prices. Definitely reasonable shipping rates. No minimums to worry about. And for the money you save, you can use it to buy more of whatever it is that you need. So definitely go check him out. His list, his plant list, some of his food lists are usually pinned to the top of his page on Facebook. If you don't see something, shoot him a message and ask. He'll get back to you pretty quick. And you know, hopefully you found another source for whatever it is you may need, and also save you a few bucks along the way so you can go out and buy more stuff for your tank or whatever it is you're buying. And with that, folks, you know me, always keep those sleeves wet. And you probably just said, he always says that. Why does he say that? He never has sleeves. Well, as you see in all the pictures that I posted of the plants after I got them in, I still managed to get both sleeves wet. I don't know how I do it, but I always manage to do it. With that, I want to personally take a minute out and thank all the new subscribers. I certainly appreciate it. It jumped quite a bit over the last few months. I will eventually hit that 1,000 mark, and you guys can help. Share out these videos, go through my video list. If there's something in there you found helpful or useful, feel free to share it. Let somebody know. Any suggestions or ideas, post them in the comment section. Hell, I'll even take any criticism you have. Save it. I know I ramble. You don't have to put that one in there. But folks, God bless. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have an awesome week next week. And take care. Rob from DeFreeze Aquariums. Peace.